Welcome to Music Production Amino's Feedback Friday live stream number 5, the stream where we share constructive feedback so you might gain a new perspective on your music. I am the guild leader, and today with me we have Blayhub.
Hello.
Radium.
What's up?
And Minty Mist.
Hello.
We stream every Friday, same time, 7 p.m. UTC. And if you would like to get feedback on your song, look for the featured post in the community. All right. Welcome, everybody.
All right.
All right. So how many submissions we got today, Blay?
We got... Wait, let me check. We got, I think, 8 or 9 submissions. I'm bad at counting.
Wow.
But no. Yeah, we got 9 submissions. We'll try to get through all of them. If we're missing one, then you can submit again for next week, and we'll stream then.
For sure. And I'll make that post either later tonight or tomorrow, but definitely each week there'll be a new post for a new form, and you'll just resubmit and just look for it. It's either featured, it's always featured. It'll either be one of the top 3 or farther down the list.
Yeah.
Sure.
Cool. All right. So, should we just go to our first submission then? Our first track?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's get into it.
Okay, awesome. All right, so our first track today is by Edisky or Elias. You'll see what the issue is. Anyway, Di Perlo. All right. So that was The Pearl, or Die Perle, by Elias Fuchs, R.E., whatever. I don't know, Edeski. I'm gonna keep calling you Edeski. How'd you guys like it?
I feel like that was a very epic first track to start off the stream. I'm not gonna critique on orchestration or instrumentation or because I'm not. I have very little experience, if there is any, with that.
Right.
But I can tell you what I thought of it, which I will right now. This track took me to a different world. Throughout this track, I was imagining a different world, something similar to the world of The Legend of Zelda or Skyrim, because it made me think of those epic RPG games.
Right.
It definitely is similar to those soundtracks. I was thinking of nature and medieval ages, villages and magic, those kind of stuff. Because this track is beautiful, definitely.
Yeah.
Good job on this track. I like it. If this was a Got Talent show, you'll get a yes from me. So
We got one yes from Minty. No, I
Right.
agree. I really like this track. Now it's hard for me to give criticism on a track or an artist that I believe has already mastered basically his talent. I like to give criticism on people that are still learning production in general. I feel like you've already got a lot of it, but and when it comes to composition and stuff, I'm sure Blay has a little bit more critiques on that end. Now you did
Yeah,
leave a
but
little note here on what kind of feedback you'd like to receive at Ski, and I can honestly say, as far as the dynamics, it does seem like it's like a mastered track, like everything's just in your face the whole time. So, in my opinion, to get that dynamics, I would just let it fall into more. And you really did. Like I said, your track's really good to me, but I would just do a little bit more where it's
Minty, that's playing for us.
extremely silent parts where you're almost like, did the track stop? Where'd it go? And then all of a sudden you hear it coming back, and you're like, oh, there it is. It's like a little sound, and then it builds back up to big volume jumps. So that's, of course, would make it more noticeable, the dynamics.
I agree.
Instead of just trimming.
Yeah.
But I didn't get a second yes from me.
What's this with the yes? I keep...
talent show.
yeah, since Radium's basically Simon Cowell, so we're gonna.
You got to get 3 yeses to go through the.
Oh, right.
round.
Right, I see. Okay, I didn't catch up on that. Okay, right. Right. Now I'm just gonna I just want to mention a couple of things. First of all, I think you've come a long way so far since the first couple of things you submitted here. So this is a really good quality work you're submitting today. You've submitted today. I think it could definitely work for a number of sort of like media kind of use, like for a story, for a game, maybe a visual novel, some video stuff. Yeah, and even I'd say it could even work for a more professional setting in like a series or like a short film, something like that. Something like that. Because you sort of reached that quality where it's hard, probably difficult for sort of the regular viewer to tell whether it's even a real instrument or not. So you got that going for you now. There are a couple of things I'd pay a bit more attention to. That is your legato transitions. You're paying a lot more attention to them now since you submitted. So you fix a lot of these problematic transitions and stuff now. But there are a couple of just composition decisions I want to touch on, and that is there's around the middle section there's a part where you have, I believe, a viola, maybe a violin. I think a viola. It's rather low, but I could be wrong. But you have it's constantly slurred and actually doing quite a bunch of glissandi. I'd maybe turn those down a little bit because they're very very romantic. But maybe a bit too much. It seems a bit weird in weird places. So then I'd recommend to think more like a violinist or a violist, because this seems a bit, just a bit too much maybe. You mentioned that you wanted to know a bit about the percussion. I'm going to touch on the instrumentation as well, but percussion is something I keep noticing in your work. It sort of always feels very similar. I'm gonna phrase it like really carefully now, but it always seems a bit similar to your other works. The percussion, just the style, of it, the rhythm, the rhythm and the choice of instruments in the percussion section. And I think I'm not gonna say it's hurting you, but I'm gonna say it's you left us a note with a bunch of stuff, and there you mentioned that it's that this is for a love story, and it can work. Just I'm getting more military vibes from it. I hate touching on those cliche stuff because those rhythms and stuff they are they're just we're only thinking that way because this is sort of a trope, you know. But you are touching on the on those tropes with that, and I think maybe I changed those a bit, especially those. I'd probably work more with metal percussion, unpitched, pitched, whatever, doesn't really matter, whatever works. I wouldn't work so much with actual drums because I feel like they sort of don't work for that feeling, for that emotion you're going for. Just that motion I feel like doesn't work for a love story. It can work. It depends. It depends. It's just something I hear a lot, and I feel like, yeah, you're focusing a bit too much on the percussion aspect. And my friends used to tell me, "Oh, why don't you ever use percussion in your stuff?" And I'm telling you, "Oh, why do you always use percussion in your stuff?" So it's like kind of like inverted. Like we're kind of the opposite. I'd encourage you to. We did this for the No Beat challenge, and you used a track that you later added percussion to. Yeah, I'm not gonna forget that one. But no, but really, I'd encourage you to make music without relying so much on percussion, because I think the beginning was really nice. There were a bit there were some rhythmic issues, some timing issues in the beginning. By the way, you should fix that, because it's a bit weird. It's a bit off. I didn't really know what the rhythm there was in the solo voices there in the beginning. I forgot what it was like. Sorry, but the rhythm isn't really clear there. You should work on that maybe. But that beginning part is the opening part is really nice, and then it goes into this. Then you start with percussion, and it goes in the same sort of like motion, and that's where you sort of like lost me, because it was like at first I was like, oh my god, you're finally utilizing all the stuff we told you, and it's really interesting and stuff and really good. And then you went back into the percussion stuff, and it's just kind of like, I'm used to that. I know that from you. It works. It's fine, you know. But just I want to get more. I want to hear more actual composition and less drums, basically. Yeah. About instrumentation, I think the instrumentation works fine in this one. I wanted to touch on one specific thing, but I totally forgot. Super sorry. Maybe I'll message you later and tell you. But yeah. Just to touch on what Gil said with dynamics, absolutely, more dynamics. Be bold. Trust. Be. Damn it. Don't be afraid to have quiet moments. Basically, don't be afraid to have quiet moments. The quieter the quiet moments, the louder the bombastic big moments. So like, try to have more dynamic range just in the composition itself, not with mixing and mastering, but actually have quiet moments, have minimal orchestration in certain parts, actually have a solo somewhere. It's because you're always fully orchestrated. It's always the entire orchestra, but yeah, have variety there. Yeah, I'm rambling on for way too long, and yeah.
Yeah, I agree with the military kind of I didn't feel like it was like a love story at all. It was more like
Yeah.
an epic adventure.
Yeah, it's all very epic, isn't it? It's all very epic.
Yeah.
Where this should be a bit more romantic. Maybe not so romantic like that viola part, but but yeah, I think the percussion, I think it's losing a bit through that.
So Radium, what do you think of this track?
Yeah, Radium, you didn't join at all. I mean, I was rambling, but you could have stopped me.
Is it a yes or no track?
All right.
share
It's a yes from me. Sorry.
You got
I
3
was gonna
yeses.
say, you don't genuinely think I'm gonna say anything bad about Etiski. Come on, he's my bae. I like it. I like his music.
Aw.
It's a yes from Simon Cowell.
Woo! You got 4 yeses. You're through to I don't know, whatever next round.
Yeah, next round.
Next round.
You
All right.
survived. You got a yes from Simon Cowell himself. Wow.
That's crazy. All right.
Yes.
All right. Should we continue with the next track then?
Yes, I just want to say very good track, Etsuki.
Yeah.
Or Atsuki.
Yeah. Nice work. Nice work. You're really really getting somewhere. All right.
Yeah, you improved a lot.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Oh yeah. Just one thing. I see there's a bunch of guys on stream today, and not so much activity in chat. So you guys are totally free to leave your own feedback in the chat and
Yes.
just keep the conversation going, because it's not just us judges talking. It's also you guys. You're on screen. You're on the stream. You see right there. All right.
Trying to gain as many perspectives as possible.
Yeah. Exactly. Because we might be wrong. We might be stupid. Okay.
Please, I'm not.
Except for
That's
Simon.
that's right. Except for Sam Cowell. Right. I hope that this is legal. If we can say that name. Oh well.
Okay, let's refrain.
He likes attention. Simon loves attention.
Right. Okay. All right. Our next track is "The Lost" by Young Outsider. Have fun. All right. That was the last. What? Oh, sorry. That was the last by Young Outsider. Sorry, I heard Radium say something. Right.
I said I needed a gift.
Oh, right.
Wow.
All right. So what do
Right.
you think about this track?
Yeah. What did you guys think?
Personally, I thought it wasn't that bad. We can tell that it's a beginner track. I don't know how long you've been making tracks, but there's definitely a lot of things that you're gonna have to learn. Although this track is not all that bad, definitely it has some redeemable qualities. It reminds me of NES soundtracks. I was never old enough to play NES, but I have
Right.
listened to the soundtracks, which they only have 4 oscillators. Three that could be used melodically as triangles or pulse waves, I
Right.
believe, and a white noise oscillator. So yeah, NES soundtracks. Yeah, this reminded me of those because it definitely seemed like you were limiting yourself with the voices. There was a single the single voice piano note that's held for several beats. Honestly, it's not that interesting. If it was a different sound, like something synthetic or like analogous, that would be perfect. But an acoustic sound like a piano that's being pressed, the listener is gonna think like, oh, it's a piano. It has 88 keys. I want to hear chords. I want to hear harmony. But there is very limited polyphony here. If it was a different sound, you can definitely get away with it. As you can hear in like the other parts of the track, I thought that this sounded fine, but with the piano, you just imagine someone sitting there, with their
Interesting.
finger, their index finger, and then they just pressing the key like.
Right.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
Right. I get that same impression like when I'm hearing it too.
The listener's gonna that. Yeah, you use the other keys. You have how many more fingers? 9 fingers. I had to do some quick maths there.
You're like, wait a minute.
It
Yeah, how many
depends.
fingers
I
do
mean,
I
it
have?
depends. You never know.
I'm assuming. No, I'd agree with a lot of that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's real
I don't
simple,
know. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I don't know if you're going for an atonal center or you're just doing chord chain changes or whatever. But I like that you were
Right.
taking us somewhere at least. You were attempting to expand on your idea. I recommend studying more about music theory, learn more about chords and harmony and scales. I'm not an I don't consider myself an expert. I actually think Blade probably knows more about this more than me.
Well,
But
what the
I
heck
can
are you
say
doing
I'm
on the
wrong.
panel then? Get out!
no.
No.
No, but you
But,
are though. You are though, Bacon, because it
Um,
comes through in your music, and it's you stick to the rules because your ears are trained, and
Yeah.
so when you're writing a song, you're definitely sticking within scales and harmonies and stuff.
Yeah.
But a lot of that can come natural. So we're not saying that learn theory and stick to all the rules. We're
Yeah.
saying
No, not at
if
all.
you learn a little bit of
Not at all.
theory, your ears will start knowing
Yeah, you
when
can-
it's wrong.
No, the
you
thing
can
is,
widen
the thing
your
is,
horizons.
yeah, the thing is, you don't need theory. Theory is a tool. It's a way to describe what you're doing, a way to analyze what you're doing.
Yeah.
Maybe sometimes a tool to get out of a, I don't know, writer's block or something like that. But this is something. Music theory. It's a theory. It's based on something real,
Yeah.
which is music, and music basically is physics. And you can get a feel for that. You just can develop a feel for that if you listen to a lot of stuff and realize how things work, and what works and what other people have figured out, and then figure it out yourself. Because it is
Yeah.
yeah, it's
Exactly.
very much training and how your brain interprets sound, and that's down to physics and down to interpretation of those signals in our brain. So you don't need
Your mixing
theory,
is decent
but
though.
yeah,
I would say some of your mixing is actually really good. So, which is a very challenging part for a lot of people. So a lot of people, they get a song written really nice, but they just can't mix it, and then they
Yeah.
can't make it sound professional. Your sounds are upfront, they're warm, you got good tones. You just need to add character to everything. Like you need to add character to the sounds, you need to add character to the modulation, add character to the melody, and just spice it up a little. Simple's okay, minimalistic's okay, but if it really does feel like you're like what Minty was saying, like kind of just pressing one note at a time with your finger and stuff, it's going to come across like that to everyone. But if you can kind of elude like more of an arpeggio, like add a little slight arpeggios to the notes that trail off. So when you hit those simple notes, little arps kind of go off and stuff too off the note, and it'll really fill in the song. But overall, the chord. I would agree that overall that a solid core key and tonality to this song would have made it easier to listen to. It just seemed like it was all over the place, like very dissented and kind of like, which has its place in certain, forms of media. But over just a song, just listening and jamming, I would say it could use some work. But thanks for submitting. You said you made the song over a year ago, so I'm sure you've done quite a bit of improvement since then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah, I just want to quickly touch on the music theory thing again, because it's an easy thing to go to and say like, oh, learn a bit of theory and maybe you'll get better. But the thing is, it's not really about that. You gotta get a feel. You gotta develop a feel for music, for what you're doing, for what you want to do. And this, I mean, I know you keep saying it's one of your older tracks, but you submitted it. So we're gonna talk about it, like I said in the chat. No, but yeah, there was yeah, you were really all over the place there. Yeah, I don't know. I'm surprised at how positive we've been so far. Cause there's
Wow.
I don't know. In my opinion, there's a bunch just not really there. Not to be like mean or anything. It's one of your older tracks, so you know this probably, and it's probably different now. But there's just there's a lot you got to improve, and I don't feel bad about I don't feel bad for being a bit more direct about this now, because I'm guessing you're much better now anyway, and you know a lot about this. So I feel like I can be a bit more direct about it, and just say that there is a difference. Dissonance and atonality is amazing when it's done right, and when it's not done right, it's only an excuse. And I feel, to me, I could be wrong, staying a bit safe here, but I feel like at times you weren't really sure what to do, where to go. So this is stuff you got to figure out. You got to listen to a lot of music. Listen to different music. Listen to dissonance and listen to atonality and what people have done, and then build on that. Not that you only like try to emulate what other people have done, but yeah. Just basically keep at it. Work more. Listen to more, get a feel for it. Yeah, right. That's a bit mean, probably, but I think you know what I mean. I think you know what I mean. You're probably well past this. I don't know why I don't know why you submitted an old track, but
no, it's good to see that you're still participating though, and seeing you around, Young Outsider.
Yeah,
definitely like to hear one of your newer tracks.
Yeah, submit a new track next time.
We purposely go on with our feedback. This is our format. There's a lot of feedback streams out there on YouTube and stuff, but we have a unique format. We have a panel of judges, and we like to go in depth. And the reason why is we're not talking to just one person. When we hear a track, we're going to go on and on about it, because we want everyone that might have a track with similar problems, they're going to gain something from like different perspectives. So what we're saying is good for everybody, not just Young Outsiders. So everyone just try to find something that relates to you, and then also share feedback, like we keep saying in the chat, with other people, and let's just all gain different perspectives,
right,
and different feedback. But all in all, anyone else have anything to say? Radium?
Yeah, Radium.
But
please don't roast this guy.
That's actually what I'm thinking. Like, should I say what I have to say, or should I think about his feelings and just shut the fuck up? I think I have like a rant/comment. It's not meant to be mean. I think it's just me wondering something. I don't see the point of submitting something you made a super long time ago.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I really just don't see the point, because what you gonna do? You're gonna rework it? No, it's done.
Yeah.
And I mean, we all. Oh my god. I'm gonna find the right words to be as nice as possible. So like, I really just don't see the point to say you won't work on it again. I know for a fact no one does that, or very rarely. And there's nothing you're not gonna be able to change what we said work or doesn't work with your track because it's done.
Yeah.
And it's like I don't know
Mhm.
the because if you have feedback to the track, you just send. I won't bite my tongue when I say it's bad. I mean it is objectively, but if you want feedback to help you move forward, you're better off submitting something that's recent or at least
Yeah.
a work
Yeah.
progress.
Yeah. Because
Submitting
if
something
you're
you made a
already
year ago
yeah.
to my bad. Yeah,
No, sorry. I was interrupting you because I'm stupid.
it's fine. I was gonna say submitting something you made a year ago. To me, I think it's kind of a very bad strategy. Oh my god! I was going to say something super wise. What was I going to say? Damn it!
I'm sorry. I keep doing this. I keep losing your point. God damn it.
No, it's fine though. That's really you do make some good points. If you think of it, please bring it up, Radium. But no, to Radium's point, to get more use out of this for everyone, we try to submit things that you're still working on. Almost send us a whip, and send us things that you're up to date with.
Recent.
And again, Young just said in the chat that he's going to submit something new, and I'm excited to hear that. So we're just talking in general, and Radium is
I remember
exactly. We want y'all to we want to see where you're at today, and you're improving today because
I want to hear Radium's wisdom.
Yeah, I mean that's how you're gonna improve. You're not gonna improve by sending me something you made 10 years ago. You're gonna improve by sending me something you made last week, and so you can get perspective.
Yeah.
So even if it's something you made last week but that's finished, at least we're gonna say what's wrong and what's right. So you can use what we told you and use it for the next track you're gonna make. Sending something you made a year ago because you're scared of getting feedback from recent tracks or because you want to stay in your comfort zone, you're not gonna get anywhere. You're gonna stay here. You're gonna stay it's just not, nothing's gonna change.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good thing you let us know. Yeah. It's a good thing you let us know it was old, so then we. But cool. Yeah. I'm excited to hear your new track, Young. Stick around, and everyone stick around. We're gonna have an announcement on the PvP team battles and the confusion that's going on with that. So stick around towards the end of the stream for an announcement on the PvP team battles. And but let's go on to the next track.
Yeah. Exciting. All right. The next track, and okay, this is interesting. We all gotta listen to this really, really carefully. So turn up the volume, guys, and talk to the judges specifically. Turn it up. This is the Cool Kids song by Arcastic. Yeah, this is gonna be exciting. All right. Okay, here we go. And our next track is going to be
It reminds me a little like a lot of teams that just want to kind of get a bit of like if you guys ever heard of them, this band called Hyphana, Hyphana.
Again, I say this every time. It's the style that I've always listened to, and I love it. You do a really good job executing it. And the thing is,
that was Mayday, a work in progress by Cool Kids, aka interesting. What you guys think? All right. So yeah, I don't even gotta ask anymore. What you guys
I thought
think?
that was awesome. First of all, good job, Artistic, and real fun, super fun. I don't like hearing myself. I never even listen to their own streams back because I don't like to hear myself talk. But that was cool. That was really cool. Good job on the production.
Yes.
Maybe work with the vocalist a little.
Let's give this one an applause. That's amazing.
Radio mentioned we should use it as a podcast intro.
Yeah.
I mean, at this point,
Yeah,
first
we
of all,
should
what's
just
wrong with
do
you
that.
Children, I'm so done with y'all. Second of all, thank you.
Yeah, good job on that. That was cool.
Yeah. That's
I mean, if
just.
you're gonna touch it up and actually use it as a podcast intro, if you let us and touch it up, you could probably clean up the reverb and stuff on the vocals maybe a little. But cool. It was really cool track and super funny.
That was amazing. It was really funny.
Mm-hmm.
It's a yes from Simon Cowell.
Yeah, it's yes from me as well. Now this is really awesome. Sorry, I'm gonna cut you off, Minty. I mean, not cut you off, but we agreed that Minty was gonna talk first. But
No, you're good.
yeah, because this this is awesome. Like honestly, this is really awesome. I'm sorry, Radium, we can start right now. Radium. Oh, okay.
Technical difficulties.
Right. No. This is really awesome. I think this is the sort of I don't even know I don't even know what I'm gonna say what I'm supposed to say to this because it's just I think it's worked really well. Not going to go into too many details because like
the transitions. I like the transitions. Like you pick the right samples right when it transitions.
Yeah,
exactly.
There's so much to discover in this. Like I listened for it. I listened to it because I need to get the levels right before the stream. So I listened to it shortly before the stream. And I was just sitting here, just like literally laughing my ass off. Literally, just sat here screaming basically. This is the sort of humor music I wasn't expecting to ever hear with us in it. It's totally amazing. The way you
Is it on
utilize.
SoundCloud? Can we repost it by the way?
We should.
Oh, I'm just asking.
You should release it. You should definitely
yeah. If you have it on SoundCloud, we'll repost it.
I mean, he said he left us a note. Arcasic left us a note saying it's really rough. So bear with me.
Yeah,
I think it was fine. Yeah. Clean it up a bit, and we'll totally repost it and stuff. But yeah, no, what I was gonna say is that this is actually really amazing use of vocal samples. From something completely unrelated to music. I mean, okay, it was. We were talking about music, of course, but this was never supposed to be used as music, of course, or intended to. So I mean, this isn't something completely new or something I never heard before. Using like snippets of voice being like sort of like utilized and pitch shifted and like cut up and stuff, spliced up. But I think this worked insanely well.
Yeah, executed very well.
It really felt like I don't even know what some of these snippets are. What I even said.
Was it doing the nay nay? Because honestly, that's what it sounded
like. Yeah. What did I fucking say? What did I even fucking say? I don't know where you got that. Totally insane. No, but the way it's utilized, it works so well. It works so well with that track and stuff. It's really well done. Really well done.
Again, we know you're better at mixing than that. We've heard a lot of your tracks. I've never really heard your tracks with vocals.
Yeah.
So maybe vocals are challenging. I'll tell you that right now, like Arcastic. So I mean, if you don't already know, filling tracks up with vocals can be a whole new challenge. But we know you're good at mixing. So if you go back and like clean these vocals up a little, maybe the reverb tails or sidechain the reverb or something, make it cleaner.
Yeah.
It'd probably sound as well polished as most of your tracks. So, and if you don't mind, or of course, we are looking for an intro, a little fun intro for our podcast or something like that, or at least one of the episodes. So
yeah,
we'll use it.
We got to figure that one out later, I think. But yeah,
this is a good candidate though.
Yeah.
Or at least a segment of it.
Yeah. Right. I don't think there's much much left to say about it. It's fun. Yeah, clean it up, fix the mix and stuff. But this is just how it's put together. This is really, really awesome. It's super funny, super nice, super sweet of you. I think this is really nice that we have this now.
Thanks for always participating. By the way, you're one of the most.
Yeah, you're
active,
always
so
in the
really cool.
stream.
And
It's
thanks.
awesome.
Yeah, keep it going. And you keep things, keep the chat interesting. So thank you.
Right.
All right. Shall we move on?
Yeah, let's move on. Okay, our next track is going to be Hey Liok a Thing by Fox of Galaxy. I think that's the typo, but I don't care. You submitted it, I'll say it. Have fun.
Here we go.
Paranoid. Hold on. If I show you the real drop, the song won't be a surprise anymore. So, I'll show you different drop instead. One much more calmer than the drop in the song. No? Fine. Just a little peek. Alright, that's enough. Bye.
Alright, that was Hey Liok a Thing by Fox of Galaxy. And he sent us a note with it. It says real short. I think we can agree on that. Right. So what you think of the music, at least where we got music? What do you think about it?
I'm gonna rant again.
Go ahead, Radio.
Yeah, go ahead, Radium. Yeah, kick it off.
Yeah, let's go, Simon.
What's the point of sending us songs that are 30 seconds long? I think it's worse when the idea is good in the original, but it's like 30 seconds. Like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with this? That's an ice cream sample. Like, what the hell? Anyway.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
it's a teaser for sure, but I mean, you can go ahead and send stuff. Sure, I'm just saying that for real though. I mean, is it? Just let us know. Is it just a whip or is it a full song or what? So we know.
Yeah, I'm confused because I don't actually know if that if those voice bits, text to speech, whatever, if those were actually supposed to be part of the track or not. Or if this even is a track. To me, this seems almost like you took.
Honestly, though,
what it seems like to me is Fox of Galaxy took a snippet of one of their tracks, and maybe unfinished tracks, and wanted to submit something to us. And instead of submitting the actual unfinished tracks, so we can criticize it and actually be helpful, just took some snippets from something, and then added that little text to speech kind of thing. And this is just, we can't work with that. I don't even know what this is. Sorry, I'm just kind of lost. Like I'd like to listen to the thing that was in it, but I don't even know if the text to speech is part of the actual track. But we just can't. I don't think we can criticize anything of this because it's like it's nothing. It's not. Sorry, it's nothing. It's not. It's not. If this is the song, then of course it's not completed, and then I got it wrong. But it seems to me like we got not a 30-second snippet of music, but 2, 5, or 7-second snippets of music in between text to speech.
It's a TikTok track. I'd honestly say there's certain elements that I do like, but I wish you would have hashed out the full song for sure, to their point.
Yep.
But I like grunge. I come from a grungy background. I like shorts. I got a short attention span. I understand that TikTok's and that's not a full song by any means, and I'm not trying to say music should be that short, but this has its place too in a crazy TikTok dance video or something weird like that.
Do you know if this is for TikTok?
I don't know, but what I'm saying though, again, if I would like to hear it longer for sure, and I would like to hear your distortion a little cleaner. I mean, I still like it as grungy as you make it, but with this track, and especially the track you submitted to the DJ mix, I don't know if it was supposed to be as distorted as it was, but it almost seems like it's like just clipping, and it is like going way over the threshold to a point where you can still get that effect without, you know, you could probably saturate it and make it sound a little more pleasing to the ear.
Right.
But if that's not your goal, or whatever, you can do, you know, go with whatever. But I still think you're distorting it in a wrong way. You can distort it as much as you want, but you can make it, try tape saturators. Get some like Steven Slate stuff or something, just tape saturators, find some free tape saturators, and smooth out the high end and make it a little more pleasing on the ear, so it's not just like almost like, oh, my headphones. You don't ever want to make it sound like the people's headphones are breaking. But you're very experimental. Your track that you submitted to the DJ Mix was like shifting in tempo, like up and down. It was just all over the place. And so we know there's only a certain level of like, quote, professionalism and traditionalism you're trying to stick to. We know that you're not doing that on purpose, but at the same time, I still think you could hash out a full song and or whatever. And if it's a work in process, just maybe take it and you know clean it up a little bit and think of different purposes.
I mean, the thing is, I'm going to say this again. I don't really know what we're criticizing. Well, not what we're criticizing, but what we listened to. I don't know if this was the track. You know, that's my main issue I'm seeing with this is I don't know if this was the track or if this was part of the track or if it was actually like a short like compilation of a couple of snippets from something he's actually working on. I don't know what this is. It's confusing, and I think it's the latter. I think it's a snippet of something he's working on, and we just can't really do anything with that, I think. I don't know. Sorry, I don't know.
Yeah, I just want to say, I hate you, Fox of Galaxy. I hope you spill your milk when you eat your cereal. And I'm not kidding. But yeah, this track, honestly, to be perfectly honest, I think that it has potential to be a straight up banger if you just freaking finish it.
Right.
I think the computer generated voice, it could work.
If it's part of the music.
Yeah.
We don't know that.
It definitely works.
It probably is.
Even with this track, it's like, how can I say it? It built up. You built it up, and then you left us with nothing. So thank you for nothing, I guess.
It helps you spill your milk while you're eating your cereal.
Yeah. But yeah, there was some great energy and great build up.
Yeah, like I said, I like crazy stuff. I could show you some.
The drop.
I like
crazy stuff too. I just don't know if this is crazy. I don't know what this is. It's unfinished. It's not unfinished in the sense of like what everyone submits, like what most people submit, like unfinished work. Like, oh, can I take a listen to this? It's like, I don't know. I maybe you guys are right, and this is the track. Like that's the beginning of the track or something. But I'm not too sure if the text to speech is actually if it's
not
actually,
in the chat. Fox is not in the chat to tell us, so we can.
This is the kind of thing
we'll
where
just assume and not assume.
Yeah, okay. If we assume that this is the track, then okay, that's a funny opening. I want to hear more. I can't really say much about it. If it's what I think it is, and I don't know. He'll probably say whatever after I said this, but I don't care. If this is the idea of taking something that you're working on and then putting it into this like showcase thing and submit it to the stream, then this is not really how this feedback stream can work, because we got nothing out of that to like really talk about. But I might be wrong. I might be wrong.
To anyone's defense, we did say if you are going to submit a whip, let us know that it's a whip, and we'll let you know what you should take it. But at the same time, you never know what reaction you're going to get out of a panel of hosts. So a Blaze reaction is completely fair.
My reaction is being confused because the thing I just want to say, the text to speech isn't just anything. It's specifically saying, here's the thing I'm working on or whatever. I don't remember the exact lyrics. I'm going to just call it that now. But the text to speech tells me it is being literal, because it's like, it's not just anything about anything, but it's specifically about showing us a snippet of a build-up. And him doing that, it could be a genius thing, and I'm completely falling for it. But damn it!
He's gonna say in 5 years, Fox Valley's gonna have his success stories like Blake told me 5 years ago on stream I was never gonna be nobody. And now look
Yeah,
at me now.
yeah. I could totally fall for an epic idea, but I don't think it is. He's gonna say it is. He's gonna say now. That's the advantage he has. He's gonna say he's gonna say it now. Whatever I say, it doesn't even matter. I'm not even gonna fuck believe him. No, I'm not believing him. Okay, now Fox of Galaxy, I don't believe you. You're lying. This is no. You submitted something a snippet, and my reaction just made you say that. It's what I said. It's not what I said. What I said. What? I don't know. My brain is melting.
Let's move on to the next one.
Yeah. Okay.
Next.
Our next track is Doom by Kitsune Power. Have fun.
Oh, KP.
And I think this one is actually a full,
I liked your one you submitted to the DJ mix, by the way.
yeah. I was gonna say something, but then my brain melted.
Sorry.
Okay. No, not because of you, just because of me. Okay. Doom by Kitsune Power. An actual full track with not text to speech, I think.
Welcome to your doom.
Drop it. All right. That was Doom by Kitsune Power. Pauvre. What do you guys think?
A lot of this is the guild here. A lot of energy in this one, like a lot of your tracks. This has I like the energy of the melody. It's like the momentum that it gives. I think in some parts
Right.
it's a little repetitive sounding, but so you could have
yes.
evolved that melody, kept the same rhythm of the melody, but on the second time around went up a little note, like dun 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 back down or whatever. If you wanted to keep that energy drive, but
Yes.
yeah, I mean you could have gone over, change up the notes, I guess, on the second half,
Right.
so it's not so
Right.
repetitive. But I will say your mix on this one, similar to a lot of your tracks, I think your mixing could be improved, and I think it's going to be something to do with the stereo imaging, and then also just making sure each sound is dominating its own frequency range, and you don't have too many sounds sharing the same range, because your sounds end up coming really good, like this overall droning sound, but that is coming, almost sounds like you're listening
Yeah.
to the track from a distance. It's not like you're engulfed in the sound left and right and below you and above you and in your chest. It's more like
Right.
it's at a distance, and it just sounds like
Right.
the dun 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 at a distance. So you need to bring the mix in front of the up front a little bit more, and you can do that through various means. But stereo imaging is definitely going to help, and then making sure that stereo imaging is like, noticeable.
Yeah.
I mean, and then but I like the overall melody. I mean, I'd hear this in like at a really good drop at a really good festival, and everyone probably go wild for it. I would just work on your mixing a little bit more. And,
Yeah, I think one of the problems I have with this is just how repetitive it is. I mean, of course, I guess it works for the genre, but I just feel like this was a permanent build up, like was stuck in build up sort of. No, it wasn't really, but I think this. But what you said, this droning sound that's there throughout the song, I think this is the sort of thing where there's too much energy all the time, where it's getting just tiring. It's just so tiring after a while, after a short while even. Like it starts, and it's high energy, same volume across and throughout the thing, and it's just like at some point, I just shut off. It's like my ears just closed, and it's like done with this, doing something else. Probably perfect in like a club setting, like in a club setting, where it's like, oh, it's loud, the bass and whatever, and people don't really pay attention to the music that much. I mean, obviously they're listening to it, but it's more about the feeling, like the bass. I don't know, ruining your organs permanently. But no, but it's just I don't know. It's something where I'm a bit yeah. I just wish there was more variety for one, but then also I think it could work more with dynamics. So have a bit more variety, not just just musically. I wouldn't even say only musically. I'd say I'd say you should actually focus a bit more with this about making a bit longer build-ups and actually having them build up from somewhere.
Exactly.
Actually having them build up from somewhere and having them fall down again to
now you're thinking like
something.
An eating producer, Blake.
Apparently oh, you guys changed me. No, I'm gonna die. You should just have more dynamics in the sense of a loud snare and then a quieter one, but like actually have quiet moments in the thing. Not quiet, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Right. Things should filter out and get rid of a lot of those droning elements.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I have some compliments and some suggestions. First, I like the theme of your track. The mood was definitely set at the intro. This track gives me horror movie vibes, especially in the intro where you had the pluck that sounded like a music box, and then the sub frequencies that were pulsing, just like in the horror movies. The build up at the beginning I thought could use more work. You introduced the melody for the drop, the bass and the melody, the idea, and then you got rid of that, and then you just introduced the drums. So I was expecting a very epic snare build up, but all I got is just a couple snares, and that left me wanting more, and it takes away from the energy of the drop, definitely. It could also improve on those fills, like the meow 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 meow. That pluck sound. It kind of did not fit. It's not that it did not fit. It was kind of out of nowhere. You could make it. You could
Yeah.
definitely introduce it with like a reverse sound, or like just take the pluck and then reverse that sound and then put that before the pluck, so you could introduce it better, to blend it better. Yeah, just more reverses actually. Reverses will make your transition smoother, and I always hear that in a lot of EDM tracks actually.
For sure.
But yeah, great track. I think it's my favorite track so far from you, melodic wise anyway. Even
Nice.
though it was still a bit too repetitive. Even
Oh,
for me,
yes.
who loops. Yeah,
More.
keep it up.
More. Make more.
Yeah.
Variety.
Yeah, leave 'em. For sure. Always like to hear more. And again, I really liked your track that you submitted to the mixtape. Those that haven't heard it yet, it's pretty cool. I liked the way it turned out for the most part, but I just like hearing everyone's individual tracks on that too. So that's really fun for me to do. So definitely submit to the third one of those that we're going to be posting. But if you haven't listened to it already, go check that out and listen to KP's track on there. It's definitely different from everything else he's ever submitted to these feedback streams. It's a little more down. It goes halftime, and it's really cool. It's a collaboration, I believe, is the reason why. But check it out and check out the mix. It's really nice.
All right.
Cool.
Now that we got through that ad, let's go to the next.
Yeah, and Radium has stepped out, and Radium will be back.
Yeah, Radium will be back. Sorry, Geld. I'm just kidding. No, but all right. All right. The next track then, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
go for it.
Let's go
Right.
ahead. Let's leave Radium behind.
I hope Radium is gonna join actually, cause I feel like she's gonna. I don't know. She might like it.
Is this Chica's track?
No. Oh no, it's not Chica's track. This is.
She's gonna miss a track that she might like.
Yeah, she's gonna. I mean, I don't know. Maybe she hates it. I don't know. We'll see, or we won't. I guess. Okay. Here is "Field of Wind" by Hasarel. Hasarel. Okay, I'm butchering every single name today. Damn it.
We're gonna have to have them submit the phonics.
It's
Along
by
with
Yeah,
Lots.
yeah. We'll add a second field. All right. Second field, Field of Wind. Funny, Hasarel. God damn it. All right, that was "Field of Wind" by Hasaral. Hasaral. All right. So I'm just gonna say before we jump into the discussion about it. And so everyone knows watching. We're not gonna judge this one for its sound because this is straight out of Muse score and notation software. So we're gonna judge this purely on composition and orchestration, that sort of stuff, but not on the sound itself. All right. So who wants to go first?
This is the
All
Gulo
right.
here. I mean,
So sorry.
I loved it. I mean, I love the like Blake was saying. You know, could use better samples, and all that stuff, and put the MIDI into another program and like use better samples or something, make it come more realistic and humanize it.
Of course, you need the
But-
samples for that first, and of
Right.
course, it's if this is made to be performed by musicians, you don't really need that.
True.
You know, I mean, I like to do it, but yeah.
Yeah, and to that point, as far as just the notation goes and the composition and stuff, I loved it. I mean, I loved the melody. It was really nice and beautiful sounding. And I was staring at the picture while I was, and you know, the title in the picture is so important. I know not everyone, every time you hear a song, you're going to see the title or the picture, and you just got to take it for what it is. But when you can see the picture, because it's part of being an artist.
Yes, absolutely.
Is completing the package with a nice title, a nice picture, and putting it all together as a package. And it really it's nice. I really like the sound of it. And for how long it is, I would like as a solo piece, I can appreciate it. But I would like to see this as a duet or something, and another piece come in to accompany.
But there's a
okay. Well, I probably missed it. But I mean, saying overall, like I was thinking more like bass and drum and stuff. But yeah, forgive me for missing the other elements. But what I'm saying is, overall, I would like to see this more hashed out as a full, like almost like more elements, like an orchestra almost, even if it was a small orchestra, 3-piece, 4-piece. But yeah. I mean, it is almost like soloist performance style or duet or something, and simple but sweet. It doesn't have to be more than that. I'm just saying what would bring it to life would be the samples chosen, or maybe almost some drums or something. But really nice. I would like to see this used in some kind of film or something, or just
Yeah, I believe it's a quartet. So I personally don't see the need to add anything else. Yeah. Here's a bit of an issue for me. I gave you, Hasaral, a bunch of feedback to this already in private or in the Classical Composers chat. Please join the Classical Composers chat if you want to, and if you want to talk about classical music more. No, I talked about this a bunch to you actually, so I don't really know what I should tell you. So I guess I'm just gonna touch on a couple of things that I probably told you already, just so other people that are watching can learn something from it too. First of all, in terms of orchestration, what Gil said, I think it's nice. I think it's fine. I think it's a quartet. I'm not sure. It could be a trio. I don't know.
You definitely have the ear for that.
I really love small ensembles, especially as of late. I'm composing so much for small groups. Working on a string quintet and that kind of stuff. It's super. It's such a super lovely raw sound, and the name you chose, the picture you chose, it really works well for the piece. The things I wasn't super a fan of, I totally like the ideas for this. Actually, the melody right in the beginning, you know what? It's every time it starts playing, I think, oh, what's that? Didn't I make that? And this is I don't know if it's a huge compliment, but from my perspective, it's a compliment for sure, because I made something actually not too long ago with a recorder and what was it? A recorder and I think celesta, recorder, celesta, or glockenspiel, and thing. I forgot my own instrumentation. Who cares? Anyway, I made something with a sort of like a similar idea, and it reminds me so much of it that every time I play this track, this composition, this piece, I for a short, like for the first couple for the first couple of seconds, I keep thinking, wait, that's mine. Oh no, wait, that's yours. And it's like it's so confusing because it's the sort of the melody starts off like something that I would write, then it gets different, but yeah, I really like the mood you capture with this and the way you do it. Then I do a bunch of things different. And mainly is I'd go into a lot of different places. I'd probably transition into that middle section or the end section, the ending section before you finish off, which is a super nice section where you have the pizzicato and the strings. It's a really nice feel. I'd have that way early in the piece and then keep going after that and go to all kinds of different places. Super nice. Just I wish you would have more in this and more variety in the melody and keep extending it further. I'm a big fan of really long melodies, long and continuous melodies that go in many different directions and places, and sometimes look back on something and reference it and kind of touch on something an earlier moment, but never repeat stuff. Or like, not really. It's always a bit different. And I think that could be so nice with this. So I encourage you, and I said this before, I encourage you to make this longer. Not just longer, not just repeating, but actually extending it in the sense of going into more, into different harmony, going into other places, continuing the story, tell more, and go into different moods, because it could be so nice. And Field of Wind, think of it like this. Wind is moving, always moving, and you're in a field, and the colors change. You have clouds moving in front of the sun. The mood changes in that field. You can have it a bit more gray, then when the sun comes out again, it gets more warm again. But you can have so many different emotions there. You can touch on animals in the field. You can touch on the motion of the field, of the wind. You can have a stronger burst of wind. You can have it a bit slower and a bit more calm, and maybe have rain, have the clouds move, and there's so much you could do with this. There's so many places you could go with, and you stay a bit narrow with this idea. It's sort of the sunny field, but there's so much you could explore, and there's so much. This piece is inspiring me. I love it. It's amazing. It's just there's so much there. There's so much there, and I encourage you to look into that more. Maybe not this specifically. You can. I know it's kind of rough going back to a piece and changing things after you're done with it mentally. So for the next piece, try to really look at all the things, all the little details you could touch on, because there's so much to explore. There's so much there. And
for sure.
I'm getting these images right now, especially because I'm working on a suite in 5 movements, which is touching on the 4 movements. Wait, 4, 5, I don't know, 4, because it's a suite about the elements, and I made a piece, water, fire, and wind. Earth is coming, I don't know when, still working on it, and I'm doing the same thing there. It's like, for water, it starts in a small, like, spring, water comes out, goes down like down a thingy, whatever, I don't know, what's it called, I don't know, but you can you can feel the water rushing down, getting bigger, this like small river getting wider, and then you see fish, and you see rough waters, and it goes into the ocean, and there's so much visual and emotional you can capture with music. You can tell these sort of stories, abstract stories you couldn't experience. Like I'm experiencing this from a perspective of individual water droplets sometimes with water in my suite. And this, you can do the same thing. You can make music from the perspective of one of the grass blades and stuff. There's so much you can do with this. It's awesome. This is inspiring. I love it.
Hash it out. And to that point, that I know a lot of producers don't go back to their stuff they've written, but just to gain a little bit of perspective on being a producer versus being in a traditional band. When you're in a traditional band, you write an album, you reperform those songs again and again and again and again, and you evolve the same songs that you wrote on that album. You perform them over again, and producers can do the same thing with their songs. Don't be scared to reopen up one of your projects and say, you know what, this is my song.
Yeah,
I could do whatever I want with my song as many times as I want. Don't be scared to just, that song's done, I'm never touching it again.
Right.
Own your songs and reperform them, rethink them, and repurpose them and remix them. But all right.
Yeah.
And
I just wanted to say Yeah, so you don't have to go back and add more to this because it could ruin it for you. So the next thing you make, try to really go in the senior picturing and do more with that, because yeah, it has a really nice setting. It's just you're touching on you're just looking at one tiny aspect on that field of wind, just a tiny aspect. You could look much wider, much more.
Yeah, I liked it. I think Radium stepped out again, but should we move on to the next one?
Radium hated it.
No, did she? She did not give us her feedback before she stepped out, but I'm sure she'll be back.
Right. Sorry, I'm rambling again.
No, we like hearing you ramble. This is the Blaze stream.
This is the Blaze. Blaze. It's all good. We have about 30 minutes or so left of the stream.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah.
Stick around for
the
announcement at the end.
Let's keep going. All right. So next track, "Shooketh" by Lance. I'm shook.
Shooketh.
I'm shook.
Popping in the zone as I'm bubbling like a soda, shook and hopping off like a bunny. Can't nobody be my dipping strength. Thinking past the borderline like a legal immigrant. Since I'm just doing what I can, my way to live is sentiment. And even though my marks are washed away, I'm still staying sharp, so we're able to gentle plates. On the long run, my heart stays a strong one. Sandwiching the cold, cause my bread will never mold up. I'm finding a cool way to say what I wanna say. Stuck in my ways, looping like the instrumental sounds to play. Simple-minded and back intact on the plane. You can never hijack or block the streets I stroke today. Slotting RT as I capitalize. Thinking too much might land me in a paralyzed. Holding in the sauce, fearing a for time. As it stays easier, reversing this game of mine. In these situations, I need a new location. Stuck in one placement, so I be erasing. I be really clean and be shining to a basement. In the grime, I cannot be complacent. In these situations, I need a new location. Stuck in one placement, so I be erasing. I be really clean and shining to a basement. In the grime, I cannot be complacent. I've been fairly restless and very testless. I'm never lost in the sauce, I'm lurking in the abyss. Moving like a soldier, working down the strip. Pushing boulders, chipping off the bits. So I can show you what I'm selling, all the solidness. Making something so great, nothing would abolish it. As singularity, worthy to be acknowledged. And hopefully get me as I open up a money orphanage. Running the jewels, I'm the mic killer. Falling apart into the empire strikes back on the dealer. Disputes to our mind, that's running graves like maybe truth. But truthfully, I wanna be your orange juice or fruity loose. Cause I'm just one I'm putting into passion. And when I put in passion, I put passion in you. I can tell the times when I'm not matching nor catching you. So I'm going even harder until you'll feel me in my youth. Any situations, I need a new location. Stuck in one placement, so I be just erasing. I be really clean and you try to a basement. In the grind, I cannot be complacent. Any situations, I need a new location. Stuck in one placement, so I be just erasing. I be really clean and you try to a basement. Sticking to this soul from the Jason.
All right, that was "Shooketh" by Lance. What you guys think? That was really nice.
This is fire as fuck.
I loved it too. It was really good. Yeah. I mean, I almost don't want to even say approve the mix because you could have brought the vocals up a little more, just a tidbit. You don't. That's the trick. You try to turn them up a little, and all of a sudden they seem too loud. But there are tricks to make the vocals pop a little higher up above the beat. And
actually, I'm gonna destroy your tip right now because I actually don't like it when the vocals are overpowering or like way over the mix. I like it when they're sort of in line with the music. So I think for me personally, the mixing in this was really nice.
Yeah, it's almost like
there were a couple of peaks that were a bit loud. Why I had to lower it quite a bit. Maybe you could do something about that, maybe with a limiter or something. But I actually liked that the vocals are a bit more not in the back. They're not in the back, but they're more in line with the music, and
It gives the
like
song its character too. If it was, especially if you just left it this way, because it doesn't need to be changed. You could actually just say that's just the song, and yeah, it's having him in the mix like that gives it its own character for sure.
Yeah.
I loved it. But as far as you as a vocalist, I think you're very skilled, and I'd like to hear a lot more of your stuff.
Oh yes.
I'm definitely a fan now.
Yeah, me too. I like that. I like that a lot. I didn't understand all of the lyrics, but that's because I don't really listen to lyrics that much. I wanted to say something about them though, but I completely blanked now. So
No, I'm just saying, like,
forget it.
same. I don't always listen to the exact words, but I can listen. I can hear the articulations, and I can hear the rhythm, the voices, and you're right on point. And you got good character to your voice, and you have a your personality comes through. So I liked it. Did everyone? Hear
I love everything about this. This is something I would play in the car with the boys. Yeah. There was a part at the beginning where you were like trailing a bit in the rapping because you were out of breath, but I think that it just adds more to the authenticity. Yeah, like the
I thought I liked the feel.
Track.
Yeah, I thought I liked it throughout, and even though it was mostly repeating things, this actually worked really well in this case, which I'm surprised by. It's really interesting, actually. I feel like I can learn a bit from this actually, but yeah, I don't really have much to say except maybe watch out for the peaks.
Right.
And yeah.
I think the mix was probably what you were going for, but personal preference coming from a very over processed, over produced EDM style of music and stuff. I would like to hear like the bass a little bit more vibration, a little bit more stereo width and everything, and the vocals a little, like I said, a little bit more above the beat and all that. That's personal preference to take this to a different, like a club track. But as far as just being basically a hip hop track, what I got from it, and just being, it's mixed in a way that fits the genre. Like it would go right alongside many tracks professional in this style without even touching the mix. But yeah, I just think it's a solid track. But
no, it's definitely not what's the word? It's not the industry standard, because I listen to a lot of rap. Well, I don't like it, but I'm forced to listen to it. But I like the low processed main vocals.
Yeah.
I do think that like you were harmonizing at the end, near the end. You were harmonizing with your voice, and I think they could use a little bit more. Like they could set the mix more back in the mix more with maybe add more reverb, and just a teensy tiny little bit of
Oh, I believe you could add there, Minty.
saturation or compression, and then the Sorry, what?
You cut out, Minty. You
cut
said
out for a little bit, but you were talking about
it
saturation.
could use a little bit off and then cut out. Maybe if you could repeat that.
Yeah. Definitely some saturation.
Saturation, right? Okay. Right. The vocals, you mean?
And what was the other? Because
a little bit of compression
for
those peaks.
the,
You mentioned those peaks too.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
You are cutting out a little bit, Minty.
Yeah, just a little bit. Yeah.
We got the gist of it.
Yeah.
Overall, it's an awesome track. Radium,
really
unfortunately, missed it again. She's crying in the chat over here.
Yeah.
She says she's
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Radium. She wants to give you guys feedback.
I think she would have liked this track, and if you all know out there in the chat, Radium has a very, she has a really good
I think the last two tracks actually, I think she would have liked or we
won't speak.
Appreciated.
Well, she got what she.
All right.
She got what she deserved. So.
Oh. All right. Okay. Should we move on to the next track?
Let's move on to the next track.
Okay. Sure. Right. Okay. The next track is Glass of Grief by Chica M. This is a demo. I believe she said it's very, very work in progress. I hope Radium's gonna be here for this one. All right. Glass of Grave by Chica M. Have fun.
dollars behind your mother's Cadillac. I do through the wheel hoods, shattered glass. Your father and brother asked what has happened. First the cigarettes and the door was shrugged by. Rushing in to the house, running up the stairs. Sip, sip in your bathtub, drip, drip, liquor in your blood. And you and not see clearly when you drink glass of grief. We all bet it. You say you don't feel love. You say you feel tired of cleaning after us. Father asked, what's the meaning of this? You slur your words, inspire. No one said a word. Time is ticking in the air. Sip, sip in your bathtub. Drip, drip, liquor in your blood. I fight as you slow your words when you drink glass of green. We all tried carefully to take the bottle, but then Father got angry and tired. I saw you had a gun that was dangerously too close to you. No one said a word. Time is ticking in the air. Sip, sip in your bathtub, drip, drip, liquor in your blood. And you and not see clearly when you drink glass of grief.
All right. That was Glass of Grief, a demo by Chica M. She didn't leave us a link, but
She cuts corners.
she cuts corners. Okay.
Yeah. I think that was the feedback she got last time too, Chica. Corner cutting.
Right.
I would ultimately say, yeah, you could take the extra step in a lot of your elements of your tracks to really make them sound, more finished or whatever. But this one definitely
all know
sounds like
Chica.
you're just hashing out an idea. Like,
Yeah, this one's
to me, it sounds
totally
like
a work in progress, I think.
right.
It's super unpolished.
But I mean, if that being the case, I really like the beat. Like the beat, even if you kept it really simple like that and just made it like one of those tracks where it's just supposed to be just like a nice tone synthesizer and like a really neat little simple melody. It's cool little backing. I like the backing track. I would say your vocals should have. It sounds like you're just hashing out an idea, like sitting at your piano and you're hashing out the idea for the first time. Like no, that'd be good.
Yeah.
No, and you're just trying it for the first time or the second. When really now that you have vocals and words and timings, you should go in and learn how to sing this song the way you should really sound. But I like the beat. I actually like the vibe of it. And like I always say, I think your songwriting is good. I think you're good at putting a song together as far as filling it up with words and different parts and stuff like that. So, but it needs a lot of work on the vocals. What did y'all think?
Yeah, I agree. I think. Oh yeah, Radium.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
He's back.
So I'll make it quick. From what I could hear, you were off key throughout the entire song.
Yeah.
Second verse, you started too early or too late. I don't know. So I could hear you rushing to catch up with the beat.
Yeah.
Third of all, your voice is very nasally. Like I know some people use it as a style to have a nasal sound, but yours it sounds very nasal. I don't know if it's because you keep your vocal cords closed or if it's a stylistic choice, but definitely work on maybe taking off some of the nasal. You sing, you mumble a little, like not all the words are not articulated. So I definitely worked on pronunciation exercises, breathing. Maybe when your posture when you sing, maybe you kind of tighten up your upper chest area. So I definitely worked on that the most. And then the usual being off key and off beat. That's it for me.
Yeah.
That's good feedback.
Yeah.
There was a part where your voice started like going to slow mo, but it actually caught up, and we still heard everything you said.
Yeah. We still got
Very nice.
everything.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd agree with everything you said, Radium. And yeah, I think the vocals just. I mean, obviously they need a lot of work. I think Chica probably knows this too. Yeah. I don't know.
Chica's not shy. Basically, she's not shy to show us her voice, even if it's like a rough day.
Yeah. No, but I think it's totally fine. I think your take is really interesting, Guild, as this being more like a sketched out idea, which is really nice. Which is actually the purpose of the feedback stream, is to not only show like finished and released stuff, but actually show something that you guys then work on more. So I think this is actually a really good opportunity for you, Chica. But I believe Minty wanted to say something.
I'm just gonna say to never settle for 70% or 80%. You gotta work on it till you perfect it. I know it's like a work in progress, but this is just in general. You're working with any project, because you gotta perfect it to the mix and the master, because that process right there, that's how you get better. Like repeating that process. You have to do it over and over and not cutting corners, and not trying to find shortcuts to get instantly better. Everyone goes through the process of improvement, but for some people it might be like super slow, but for some people they're just naturally gifted. Don't compare yourself with other people, because this is just more like a feedback on you as a person. I don't mean to be mean or anything, but I feel like you could benefit on working on your character as a person, because you're a very I want to say you have very low confidence in yourself. You second guess yourself a lot, and that leads you to not to rush a lot of things that are not supposed to be. I mean,
we've seen
you're not
your
supposed to be
potential.
instant. Exactly.
We've seen your potential, so you kind of want to hold yourself to that standard. And there's nothing scary about that. It's just kind of like the fun of making music. Hold yourself to a higher standard for sure. Everyone should. When it comes to making music.
Yeah, that's all I have to say.
Yeah.
Nice. And Chica, we always enjoy you submitting your stuff to us and asking your questions and stuff. And we know you've come a long ways from, where you have when you started submitting. So I'm always excited to hear your next track. But we have heard fully hashed out songs from you that sounded really good, and then we've heard a lot of works in progress. So don't ever give up on the tracks. Just keep going in and challenging yourself to figure out what can you do to solve the problems. Think of creating a track like a problem solving puzzle thing. Like, you should never just be trying to think about what you should add to your song. You should always be thinking about what problems can you solve. Like, what's wrong with the track? How can I solve it? And just always have something to do when you go into the studio. But all right, I mean, shall we go on to the next song?
Yeah. Let's move on to the next one. This is actually going to be interesting. This is our final submission. And the special thing about it is that it is my submission. So
What?
I just got done with this today, actually a couple of hours before the stream. I'd say it's finished for the most part. I have to work on the final master a bit. It's a solo piece for piano, but I won't talk anymore any longer. So here you go. Here's it doesn't have a title yet, and doesn't have a cover yet. So it's super like annoying.
It's a mystery.
Here's number 757. This is my project number. So yeah, enjoy 757 by me. Play up. All right. So this was working number 757 by me. So what you guys think?
This is Guild here, man. I was kind of already telling you during the while the
Yeah.
song was playing, but I saved it. Like I think this is amazing, and I'm not just saying this
Thank
because
you.
you're one of the judges and one of the things. I think this is a perfect example of a lot of the feedback that Blake gives. Blake gives a certain style of feedback that always talks about instrumentation and composition, the notes, and then dynamics and humanizing and all that. This is a perfect example of all the things he's always saying, and this is and this is one. I mean, by far, I think at all the things I've heard of yours play, because of the tone of that piano and the reverb chosen and stuff like that, this sounds like it's finished, polished, and perfect.
Thank
and then
you.
you're humanizing, because I know that this was all MIDI notes
Yeah.
and humanizing and compositions like that, and scoring is great. Like it sounds like a real person was playing it. I mean, I really pictured people like the trails. They weren't just like robotic. They sounded like there was even like a little like a finger hit the one note a little too hard or something, but perfectly sounded like humanized and nice. And just the trails were so pleasing because they happened often enough to just really make this enjoyable. And then you went to the second half of the song, took me to another old place, and really great movement there or whatever. And it just, I think this is great. I think it's a perfect example of what the kind of feedback you're always trying to give to people, and this could be inspired for any genre that you're working on. So, good job. I'm glad you played this for us.
Yeah, thank you so much. Minty, go ahead.
Yeah. I'm just gonna say I missed like I think 30 seconds of the track because my internet. But I heard you play the lick. I'm not sure if it was intentional, but I swear that was
it might be in there. There's so much in there. It might be in there. It wasn't intentional.
Yeah.
But
this is actually terrible. Like this is so bad. It's just MIDI in the piano. Like come on.
Yeah.
Dude, you could add drums.
add a kick drum behind this, a booming kick drum and a lead synthesizer, and you got a track play.
Yeah.
No, what do y'all mean the lick? What are you talking about? You heard the lick? What?
Like, I heard that.
It's in jazz music you have occurring like short themes that are called licks, and there's like one extremely common one, the lick, known as the lick. Minty sang it. Da 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 dum ba dum. It could be in there. I don't know.
It wasn't there. I'm positive.
Yeah. No. I want to. First of all, I'm really glad that you guys picked up on the humanizing factor. I mean, I'm not going to talk too much about the composition aspect now, but actually the production of this audio right now, which because this is really exciting for me, and really I'm really glad that you picked up on this, Guild, because this is actually something I put a lot of effort into, is the humanizing. Because what I always do with my music is obviously I compose it, but I see myself with the sort of finished productions. I mean, obviously I make music, I write music that is supposed to be performed. But I also make this sort of thing where I have the whole production finished at the end. And my idea for this is, or the way I do it is, basically I take on the role of basically every sort of job aspect you could have there, and it's obviously the composing. It's for an orchestra, it's the conducting, making decisions on the orchestration, voicing of things, of course, and also the recording. But something that many people often forget is the interpretation of the individual musician. And so how I use MIDI, or when I write music, I use MIDI. I don't write my music in a notation software, because don't get me started on notation. I hate it. It's awful. It's awesome for communicating what you want with a musician.
No, I get it.
But I can't compose with that. It's too distracting. I just want to work. And MIDI is perfect for that for me, because I can just go in there. I don't even record it. I don't even play it. I punch it all in with my mouse. Just program the MIDI dots, and for me it works like I'm playing an instrument. So when I compose, it's like playing an instrument. And so what I do with this is I perform it. I interpret my composition basically while I'm composing it. So this humanizing here is where a lot of this effort goes into, is me actually thinking, well, how would I convey this feeling, like when it's slowing down a bit, or like holding off a bit, or like you said with the trill. I try to make it just like my perfect my
Right.
how I'd imagine
good
the
at that.
perfect performance of it. So how I would play it if I could play it. I can't play it. I'm a terrible pianist, but yeah, I try to, yeah.
I like it. No, you're definitely right about that. You make it, even Claire in the chat was saying that she thought it was a real person playing it. Yeah, you make it sound
Yeah.
like the person has emotion and held the note a little bit longer because he was feeling the note or whatever, he or she was feeling the note.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, talk about for you're saying that you take on many roles of the production part, and one of the final roles that I think you take on is the critique, and you critique it to the point to make sure
Yeah,
it sounds.
yeah.
I think you have a really good job at making sure it sounds like you, even if say it was a composition piece for a professional body of work, and you're like, well, you know what, this is good enough. I'm not going to need to get a performer to reperform this. This
Right.
is perfect, like as it is, and you don't need to actually get anyone to reperform it.
Yeah.
So it's really good.
It was the
Cool.
computer all along. We don't need
It was
humans.
it was an arpeggiator. You just hold down one note and it played that. Anyways,
What did
Radium,
Radium
you're
think of that?
Yeah, Radium. I'd like to hear what Radium thought of this.
radiate us with your intellect and
Yes.
wisdom.
Yes. Oh, she just left
She's
us.
Radium did something. Oh.
It was so beautiful that she vanished into thin air.
Everybody message
She has
Radium and
ascended.
Amina right now and tell her she missed out. All right.
Right.
She typed
she-
something. Who wants to read this?
I'm not gonna read it because I'm gonna feel weird reading my own feedback.
Okay, I'll read Radium.
We can, yeah.
I have
Gil
to
can read it.
turn my head, but I'll read this. Okay. It's a very good piano piece, says Radium. Talking about Blaze track. It's natural, it flows, it's original. Reminds me of those solo piano pieces you learn when you have a what's that word? Ritual?
Recital.
Recital or an audition. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. When you have like a recital audition, yeah, then I agree. When it finished, I could hear the applause in my head. You're a gifted composer, Blay, and that's a fact. These are facts, because Radium doesn't speak anything other than facts.
Yes.
Those pieces, in my opinion, justify why you're such a valuable member of our community and why your feedback is incredibly important and valuable.
Oh.
Yes. Next Mozart right here.
She says, "Don't f with Blay. He's above y'all." As humbly as Blay accepts that feedback.
Yeah, thank you so much, Radium. Yeah, I don't know what to say. You make me blush. No, thank you guys. It's really exciting showing this on stream and talking to you guys about it. Yeah, because it literally just got done today. Might fix a couple of things with the master just to get the volume mixing right for release, but yeah, the piece itself is finished and all that.
Sure.
Right.
All right. Cool. I think it was a solid feedback stream. And a couple people in the chat said they want to make sure they submit to the next one. So Claire and DLC Ninja, I'll make sure y'all get the form or the post. I'll DM it to you just when it's posted so you don't miss out. And just fill out the form. It's not you just have to, it's a little Google form. So instead of posting it in the comments, you just fill a little form out. I'll send that to you. Okay. So quick tidbit on the producer versus producer battles.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, boy.
So this month we're doing a team battle. If you didn't see the post already, this was an idea from both Arcestic and Retrograde, and then a couple ideas we've always been hashing around. We wanted to do team battles for a while, so now that we're trying to do it, we're trying to do it in the best way. Yeah, so we want to test out the best way, and this is the way we're going to try it first. We're looking for team captains, and we already do have two. We have Arcestic and Ski Lion, and
didn't know.
That's enough for a battle. So we can go ahead and do like a trial run of this whole thing where we're going to basically do phase 2. We're going to get everyone that wants to be on a team to basically line up, and then we're going to have a draft, and then you two will draft a team, And since there's only 2 teams, not everyone's going to get drafted, but you draft a team of 3 members. You'll be the 4th member. So it's 3 members. Team captain makes 4. Okay, so the way a battle is going to work is just like a regular PvP battle, except for a bonus track included. So it's 3 tracks versus 3 tracks, but it's only 1 track from each of the team members. So, in comparison to 3 tracks from 1 member versus 3 tracks from 1 member, it's 3 tracks from 3 members, and then 3 tracks from 3 members, and then the team captain throws in a bonus track. But there's always going to come 4th, just because I want the team captains to kind of like be like you summon the team captain in at the very end of the battle to see if they can pull off the win. But so it's so what we got to do, since we already have 2 team captains and they already started getting excited about building their teams. I think Ski's making I forget the name he came up with, and Arcestics wants to make like a private chat for his team and everything. So it's gonna be really fun to join the captains. And so what I'll do is I'll make the phase 2 post. I'll get that posted today, and in the comments, comment in the post that you want to join a team. I'll make sure you have a wiki. Blay, I know you said you want to join a team, so regardless if it's whether one of these teams or a future team, I'll make sure you have a wiki, a PvP wiki. So at that point, we'll build the roster. And then we're going to do the draft. In the future, another way I was thinking, me and Retro were just kind of talking about the best way of doing this. Another way is, instead of having a draft, is if you can build a team with whatever means necessary. So if you want to build a team and join the battles as a team, there's still opportunity for that. But we're also going to do these draft picks just because I think it's going to be fun and I want to see how it works out.
Yeah.
And that was the original idea we had. So if you're the guy, the last to be picked, don't feel bad. It always happens to someone in PE class. But
there should be trades as well.
Right. There should be what?
Trades.
Trade,
like in
yeah.
sports.
There we go.
Ooh, interesting.
I like that.
Oh, we trade retro for Blade. Oh yeah.
All right. So yeah, go sign up for those.
Yeah, I believe there was an interesting question in the chat just then. Yeah. Oh, DLC Ninja asked Guild if the team can make a song together.
That's awesome. That's a good idea, and I don't see why not. It could be it could be just submitted as a collab. It could either that's a good idea. It could just be one of the tracks coming from one of the artists, I guess. We just make sure it works. I mean, it could either be the bonus track or be one of the 3 submissions, but I don't see why not. I think that's a genius idea. I think it's fun.
Or if you guys work fast, the team can make all 3 songs as a collective.
Yeah. I mean, I want to keep these going. We'll keep team battles going from here on out if this is working. And what we'll do is we'll elaborate on this. And I don't see why not a team that's proud of their team don't come together and really knock out some collabs and a little EP from the team and everything. So let's use this as another opportunity to collab.
Wow,
I know that everyone's always looking for collabs.
Really awesome. That's exciting.
Team names. Come up with a team name, Arcestic. Come up with a team name. Give me your team name.
Arcestic, you already know. We're Team Sprite.
Oh, I need to be on that.
Nice.
Team Sprite Nation.
I like this, and I'll make another post about it today, and then the new feedback post will be coming up by tomorrow, so look out for that. And next Monday we have a battle. We have 2 battles for the live stream battles. It's DJ Vector versus Super Z Russell, I believe how you say their names, and then we have a second battle, which is Zandit versus the Flaming Maniac makes his return.
Ooh.
So,
an OG.
check out those next Monday, 7 p.m. UTC. I believe that's 3 p.m. Eastern time. Cool.
All right.
So thanks everybody for coming, and just watch out for our posts in the community. And thanks for participating. Thanks, Minty Mist, Belay, and Radium for being here with us. And
my pleasure.
Say goodbye. All right, shall we go?
All right, that's it. Goodbye, everyone.
I want a last word from Simon Cowell himself.
Oh yeah, if Radium's still here. Simon Cowell.
Yes.
Simon, she's outside of store shopping.
Yeah.
Who knows what she's doing in the middle of a live stream?
She's typing something. We're gonna read it to you, guys.
Live from Radium Discord chat. Oh, she's on the spot. Simon is always around.
All right. I'm scared.
Everyone give her a hard time for not finishing the stream with us. All right.
All right.
Thanks, everybody. And thanks, Radium. We know you're always here. She's never too far away. Oh yeah, there's going to be an updated post tomorrow about the essay collab. Radium's coming out with that, and so watch for that tomorrow. And then everyone that finished the OCA challenge, they got a participant little title. It says OCA with a little ribbon.
Yes.
You know, you can reorder those. And I didn't want to tell anyone because I didn't want everyone hitting me up, but they did add the feature. I can recolor your titles. Just got to give me the exact color code you want, and you got to be patient.
Wait, you can? Can you color mine all pink?
Give me the exact color code, hashtag whatever, and you just got to be patient with me, and I'll recolor your tags if you want. And then you can also reorder those yourself. So I tried to update everybody. You've noticed some new titles coming in. I tried to go all the way back to our original competitions and grant the titles for winning competitions, but they're all over the place. You'll notice some of them say like first place PB, that stands for producer battles, and it's like, and then some have trophies. It's whatever what it is. The title, the little tag thing is a weird system, but I just wanted to make it, just a little fun thing. You're able to have up to 20 tags, so we just got to keep it. Yeah. So, anyways,
all right.
Cool. Yeah. All right, everybody. Thanks again. Bye.
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 Bye.